Hi guys. How's everyone doing? So we're gonna start here in a second. I forgot my controller, so boyfriend has to go run and get it. But besides that, how's everyone doing? There we go.
Oh.
Bum, 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 bum. I still haven't decided on what I want to buy. Okay. Let's get started. Hello guys. Why there, Oliver? I believe it was. That's right. Always a pleasure to have another run-in with friendly acquaintance. It's nice that the rain cleared up. It is nice. I do enjoy the rain, but I also enjoy dry clothing. So you're the kind of guy that's comfortable in any sort of... Excuse me. You're the kind of guy that's comfortable in any sort of weather, eh? Yes, I do my best. Can't stop a rain cloud by crying, after all. And in fact, when you get right down to it, pretty much anything that happens to a person can be considered weather of a sort. Huh, that's real philosophical. Augustes, if you can find the pleasure in any circumstance, then you'll never be a sufferer of misfortune. Gosh. Hi there, Dusty, right? That's me. And your name was Oliver? Got it in one. Great. How you keeping, friend? Oh, no complaints. That wouldn't make any sense to describe. How you liking the camp? It's real nice. Everyone is real personable. Even if the most of them are a bit quirky, I'm thinking of getting a poker game together if I can find anyone with a full deck. Haha. Aha. See you around. Hey, Washi. Hey, Oliver. How's it going? Actually, I got nothing to ask. Sorry about that. Hey, no problem. Okay, so everyone's asleep in there. Due to supply chain difficulties, the grub cars currently bring your own grub. Condiments are still available to camp residents. This guy's really jazzing up the place. Hi there, I'm Oliver. Howdy, they call me 52 Teeth Thompson, or just 52 for short. Huh, is that because of 52 white keys on a piano? Nope. Wow, it's lucky that you have happened to find a piano for the camp. Oh, I brought this baby with me. On foot? How? Well, it took a few trips. Huh? It still doesn't make sense. I like how he's playing for nobody. Bewildering array of partially redacted nonsense. The one thing about these notebooks have in common is that you do not understand any of them. You don't even understand the titles of these books, much less their contents. Or you have not seen one of these in ages, or whatever it is. Hi there, oh, hello, you must be new here. I don't think I've seen you around before. Yeah, my name's Oliver. Pleased to meet you. My name is Letters McCab. Is there anything I can assist you with? Why do they call you Letters? I'm an expert in micro cryptography, aka hobo code. Are you familiar with it? Nope, what's that? It's a system of pictographic elements that can be written unobtrusively on walls and carved into fence posts, etc. They're traditionally used by hobos to leave messages for other hobos, to mark a house where the occupants are charitable, for instance, or to warn of vicious guard dogs, that sort of thing. I'm working on expanding the system for more general communication purposes. That's pretty interesting. Is there anything I can assist you with? What's the book you're reading? This is Hobo Code Manual. You can teach you the basics if you like. Sure, that sounds useful. We spent 10 minutes going over some of the basic hobo codes with letters. He teaches you some of the most common glyphs. If you'd like to know more, just ask any hobos you meet. They're on a bound to assist new learners. That's the hobo code. You got the hobo literacy. Neat, thanks. Is there anything else I can assist you with? That's all the stuff in this room. Stuff is a little overboard for a topic for conversation. Feel free to point out any particular object you want me to ask about. Though, I'm happy to always be informative. Okay. Is there anything else I can help you with? Nope. What's this? Oh, shoes. You're welcome to them. Try to pick up the box, but you can barely lift it. Jeez, what kind of shoes are these? Hand-me-down boots. They've been passed from hobo to hobo for generations. Probably about 50 pounds of metal reinforcements on them by now. Got a pair of heavy boots. You can understand some hobo glyphs. Why do I walk like that now? Okay. Hello, what's the deal with this? It's a ham radio. What's it for? Listening to stuff about ham. What's this contraption? That's just a radio. Oh, right. What's all these books? Manuals for various types of codes and glyphs, ciphers, Vignar, Beaufort, treatises on several variations of columnar transposition and the classic Mormon jigsaw, German mix-up code, and so on. Interesting. There's a few books on the old pictograph language in there, too. Fascinating stuff. Well, it's all Greek to me. That's a teletype machine that we salvaged when they shut down one of the local post office branches for cutbacks. We patched into the local telegraph network so we can communicate with some of the other hobo communities. Got any hobo code tips to share? Oh, Lotus give you a lowdown on the codes. Sure, I can teach you a character or two. She pulls up a copy of the racing forum of her pocket and scribbles some glyphs into the margin with a pencil. Hobo code knowledge increased. Thanks. I gotta up my hobo code. Hello, Johnny. What can I do for you, Oliver? Lotus said you're working on some kind of secret plan. Oh, did he? Do you want to say what it was, though? Certainly not. The information is mine alone to divulge. So, will you divulge? You're practically a stranger here. I apologize, but I cannot jeopardize operational security. Shucks. Oh, yes. According to Hobo Code, I am, of course, obligated to assist, but first let me test your convince me of your worthiness. And I will grant you a boon. I have to learn how to bewitch someone. No, I need this. And now I need 3 mysticality. Now I have enough. You waggle your fingers mystically at the Hobo King. You want to give me a boon. You believe it to be in your best interest. Are you trying to hypnotize me? That won't work. My crown is made of tinfoil. Oh, darn. Good effort, though. I don't know how you got your eyes to go all swirly like that, but it was impressive. I'll grant you the boon anyways. Great. King Johnny takes out a small notebook, writes a glyph on it, and hands you the page. What's this? This is the hobo code symbol for boon. One of my favorite jokes. I wish I got to use more often. Your hobo code knowledge is increased. Thanks. Thanks. Can you teach me any? Oh, letters is teaching you the lingo, eh? Well, sure. I still owe you one for dealing with that railroad bowl. Now I think of it, hunker down here and I'll show you what I know. He pulls out a battered notepad and pencil stub and he explains to use some hippographs to you. Thanks. Nice. Everyone's teaching me the hobo code. You know, I didn't ask him if he knows any. Hands off my telephone. Well, I'm done there, I guess. Let's wander around some more. Fight them. I had it. There it is. Dink. Ow. Okay, but where did I get a tentacle to fight for me? Oh, I killed my own tentacle. Another chef's hat. Oh, soup leveled up. You want my... Oh. Anyway, to whatever you run into a cool guy wearing some cool sunglasses strutting down the avenue. Hey, baby, what's happening? Hi? I can see you dig the shades. You got good taste. What the what? You like my sunglasses. Oh, gotcha. I don't think anyone calls them shades for at least another 20 years, though. I pride myself on being the cutting edge. He floats open his coat, showing you rose sunglasses inside. Care to buy yourself a pair? For you, only 25 meat. Stylish sunglasses. Sure. Now that's what I'd like to hear. He takes your meat and expertly selects the best pair of sunglasses for you and from the lining of his coat. You spend 25 meat and you got the stylish sunglasses. Looking good, baby. Nice doing business with you. Okay. Well, I'd rather have those on. Fight that. Zap. A rock. And then doogie doogie doogie. Smack. I zapped my turtle. As you're walking down the street, a doughboy steps into your path menacingly, slapping the end of his long French baguette into his other hand. Well, 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 look what we have here. You don't scare me, bread boy. You're all alone. I can take on one of you guys easy. Oh, well, how about me and my friend behind you, tough guy? Nice try, but that's the oldest trick in the book. No, I'm actually... Oh, you're dumb. It swapped sides of the... Oh. Challenge them to a bake-off. Hey, you fellows fancy yourself bakers, do you? Well, hell yeah, we're the best bakers in town. Well then, forget the muzzlehead fighting stuff. Let's settle this with the bake-off. A bake-off? Against you? You're no baker, don't make me laugh. Maybe not, but I am a cheese wizard, and that's the challenged party. I get to pick the topic. The best cheese Danish wins. You manifest a glob of cream cheese from the aether and toss it from your hand. Cheese Danish? What's the matter, boys? Scared? Heck no. But it's not like we can just bake a Danish right here in the middle of the street. Okay, yeah, that's fair. We'll meet back here in 1 hour, but you better show up or everyone you know will be back down from a challenge. You're on, sucker. Just you wait. The doughboys race off towards their hideout, and you casually stroll away. What are you gonna do with this handful of cream cheese now? Oh well. Two goblins wearing shorts with suspenders and carrying, you know, those things, that marching band things. They're like an upright harp, except instead of strings, they have a metal xylophone bars. Those things. Anyways, these goblins are carrying those, and they interrupt you.
Hi, hello.
Hi, what's up?
You're intruding on the territory of the Glocklins.
Am I? I don't know what a Glocklin is.
We are the Glocklins. We are the toughest of all street gangs in Ocean City. But think about that.
I don't feel particularly threatened.
What? This is totally incorrect.
I like your xylophones, though.
What? Xylophones? These are glockenspiels that we have.
Oh, Glocklins. I get it now.
I'm so outraged over you. I think I shot a mug and do.
Hypnotize them. You waggle your fingers mystically at the goblins. A mugging, eh? How about if you mug each other?
Okay.
What? I didn't even really started yet.
This will our first mug be, so it's good to practice. So you will give me your wallet? Okay, you give me your wallet. Give. Okay.
The two goblins exchange wallets, then shake hands.
We have on your first day 2 mugs made. We must tell the boss about this. They will be so proud. B.
The two goblins march away happily, playing jingly victory music on their glockenspiels. You gain 5 experience. Alright. An elderly man with thick glasses shoves up to you with a determined expression. Before you can react, he shoves some meat in your mouth and shouts in your ear.
Operator, get my worthless son on the line.
Mister, I'm not a payphone.
That's what the last payphone said, and I'm not buying it. Let me talk to your foolish Loganeer, son.
I'm sorry, sir. The line is busy. Please try again later.
Bah! Probably gabbling with one of those floozy girlfriends.
He shuffles away angrily. You gain 5 meat. Bleh. Got a root beer taffy. Well, just man flags you down. Excuse me there, my good chap. Might you have a match on your person? I'm afraid not. Thank you. Step short on your turn to the corner, duck behind a lamppost. Down the street, 3 billboards are hanging out in a thick cloud of smoke. On closer inspection, well, distant squinting, none of them have cigarettes. Where's all the smoke coming from? One of them is waving his arms mystically. Are they conjuring flour? That's a good trick, but it doesn't seem like a great idea to be standing there breathing it in. Demonstrate the hazards of an open-air dust fires. You catch a shot into a lit match flicking range, and you flick a lit match at the cloud of flour. The flour ignites, producing an extremely sweet fireball. And 3 smoldering doughboys who fly around comically for about a minute before running away. One of them drops his hat. You got the burnt trash hat. 2 to cold armor and 2 to magical weapon attacks. You know what that means. We have to go back to the boardwalk. Well, here's an unusual sight. 4 Glocklins are playing their glockenspiels while doing some kind of traditional folk dance. It involves a lot of skipping and hopping and turning around on the square with precise timing. So they aren't really paying you any attention to you. Or anything else, really. Join in. It does kind of look like fun, but you definitely don't know the steps and wouldn't only cause total chaos. It would be simpler just to attack them, since a brawl would probably result anyways. You successfully ignore your way out of this. Thank you. Okay. Let's just start at the bottom. Let's go to Mr. Brewster's. You're unexpectedly surrounded by 3 Glocklins menacing playing their glockenspiels at you, which is a real trick if you think about it. Hey, what gives?
This is a muggery. We insist on it that you give us all your meat to give.
What? All of it? That's crazy.
I guess that's a little extreme. Say we instead 7 meat?
No. Hi, you attacked my turtle. Oh, and I killed my turtle. Rock. And smack. 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 You got the item, the Glockenspiel flyer. I know the location of Gideon's the Glockenspielery. It's a Glockenspiel store. Oh, look at that. You got sorted grease. Gross. Hobo code. This is nice lady, but she's only like salesman. Oh, well. Not super useful to a non-hobo, but at least you got some translation practice. As you enter the boarding house, you discover some kind of hullabaloo, or perhaps a kerfuffle. A stern-looking middle-aged lady is surrounded by 6 agitated men, all talking over each other. Gentlemen, I insist that you settle down at once. We won't get to the bottom of this, but are you acting like panicked school children? Miss Brewster, you've got to call the cops. Ha! What this town calls police, I wouldn't trust to solve a jigsaw puzzle, let alone a serious crime, and I won't have these hooligans turning my house upside down. But there's been a murder. Someone has to do something. What you can all do is go to your rooms and let me think. Good gracious. The men file upstairs, abashed, but still fidgeting nervously. Excuse me, Mr. Brewster's size expirated. I'm sorry, I don't have any vacancies. Well, I suppose I do, but I can't let you have the room till this whole mess has been sorted out. One of those men said something about a murder? Yes, absolutely ghastly. One of the lodgers were murdered in the night and nobody heard it or saw a thing. Anything. Practically at my wit's end. Offer to help. Maybe I can help. My name's Oliver Oil. I'm kind of an independent investigator sort of thing. Oh, like a Belgian fellow in the mystery novels? What? Sure. Well, this is marvelous. You can solve this mystery. I can pay you quite reasonably. Thank goodness. Okay, it's a deal. Thank goodness. What can you tell me about the victim? He was a traveling salesman. All my lodgers are traveling salesmen. What did he sell? Oh, they come and go frequently, so I'm afraid I haven't the froggiest idea. Well, how did he die? I'm not sure. The body's missing. Look, you better just go and have a look for yourself. He was in 3C. I'll lock the door so no one would mess around in there. Alright. The little note next to the phone says, do not use phone. Tiny oil paintings for previous borders. Radio. The bathroom door is locked. Some high-heeled shoes have been carelessly left in the hallway. Not sure which aspect this would upset Miss Brewster the most. Takes her shoes. Extra high heels. Makes your steps higher. Beautiful. Holy crap, a massive pool of blood on the floor, and like Miss Brewster said, there's no body in sight. I can fish in it. Huh, nothing. Must be shallower than it looks. Check for clues. You look at yourself in the mirror. Fish in it. Handful of clean water. You open up the rug and whoa, what the heck? There's a crazy occult diagram underneath it. The lines and glyphs appear to have been burned into the floor, and you see little blobs of melted candle wax at the point of the dodecagram. And it even smells faintly of weird incense. What kind of a ritual killing? Great, like a regular old murder wasn't enough. When Miss Brewster had a look in room 3C. Did you find anything? I found a huge pool of blood. It was really gross. Did you find anything else? Actually, yes. An occult ritual circle. Oh, what my goodness. Do you think it was some kind of black magic sacrifice? I'm afraid it looks this way. Yes, ma'am. Well, I've always felt a Lodger's religion was no business of mine, but I won't stand for this one bit. Are any of your lodgers involved with the occult? Do you know? I do recall that one of them specialized in selling occult supplies and paraphernalia, but I'm afraid I don't remember which one. You have to ask around. You knock on the door and a nervous-looking salesman peeks out. I'm warning you, I'm armed. Oh, I know you. Yeah, I think we met for it. You sell derangers, right? That's right, yes, you should buy one. There's a murder on the loose. Actually, I'm investigating the murder. Oh, thank God somebody is. What do you know about the other salesman here? I know that there's a guy who sells occult stuff. I give him a wide berth, though. All I know about him is that he doesn't live in the room below the sunglasses salesman. I see. Neither of them are the victim, by the way. I know that. Knocking the oh hey, I know you. Yeah, you're the guy selling pants from before, right? That's me. What's up? Want to buy some pants? No, not just now. I'm investigating the murder. Oh yeah, real grisly business. Do you know the other salesmen that live here? Not really. The guy who sells those little Ranger pistols, he was complaining about the guy who lives right above him, the trinkets and the baubles guy, because he keeps making a racket dropping stuff on the floor at night. This probably doesn't help much though. You knock on the door. Who's there? I'm not opening this door with a killer on the loose. I'm investigating the murder. Do you have any information that would help? There's a salesman here who specializes in occult stuff. That seems pretty suspicious to me. Which room is he in? I'm not sure, but he isn't the one above me, and he doesn't live at the same end of the hall as the victim either. Thanks. So this is the trinkets and the baubles. You knock on the door, a voice calls out without opening it. Hello? I'm investigating the murder. How well do you know the other salesman here? I don't know any of these guys, although I think there's a guy who sells brushes who's neighbors with the guy who sells pants. Okay, so brushes, pants, derangers, nobody answered. Hello, who are you? Investigating the murder. Can you tell me about the people who live here? Well, I'm pretty much keep to myself. All I know is about the other salesman is that one who sells jokes and gags. Isn't the one who lives next to the one who lives above the one who sells brushes. What? Nothing, thanks. Yeah, something I can. Oh, hey, we meet again. Oh yeah, you're the sunglasses guy. That's me, baby. What can I do for you? I'm investigating the murder. Oh, no kidding. Yeah, I was hoping you'd give me some information about the people who live here. I don't really know any of these guys. There's a fellow that sells jokes and gags somewhere on this floor, I think. There's a guy that sells pants, but all I can tell you is that about him is that he isn't the guy right below me. It was him. It's 3B. The trinkets derangers. Victim. You headed to the after a few minutes. Mr. Brewster meets you there with the salesman in tow. Alright, well, I suppose they're wondering why I called you here today. As soon as, so you could tell us who did the murder? Yeah, that's my guess too. I believe it was the guy in 3B, right? I mean, Yeah, I was right. It was 3B. I was right. I have 8 people watching me. Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing? It's 3B. What? No, I mean, oh, he literally has an occult hat. I mean, I do sell occult supplies, but that isn't even one of my circles. Are you actually accusing me of the murder? I'm pretty sure you didn't kill anybody. Suddenly the wardrobe flies open and the salesman jumps out. Haha, I fooled you all pretty good. Because the guy who sells jokes and gags and stuff? That's right. How do you like my new giant fake rubber pool of blood? Isn't it a scream? Yeah, it's pretty good. Here, let me give you something for being such a good sport, kid. We're in good health. You got to add in the foot ring. Now, all you, excuse me, I gotta roll this blood back up. And 9 people in this dining room is 8 too many. I must say, you went quite satisfactorily. Here's your pay, young man. You've earned it. Thanks, glad to be of help. I'd say I'd call if I ever need your services again, but I think one exciting thing happening here every few years is quite sufficient. If it happens again, I'm just gonna throw everyone out. Good idea. Makes you more likely to encounter traveling salesmen. Nice. I got the bathroom key. Fish in the bathtub. A soggy used band-aid. A glob of wet hair. Gross. Reduce the enemy's muscle, mysticality, and moxie by 5. Mercury eye drops and activated charcoal baguette. Mysticality by 1. Hooray, you get 15 XP. $71. I look so angry. Okay, well, we're done here. Oh, yeah. The fridge factory. Gideon's. You notice that strangely discolored patch on the curb next to a sewer gate. The concrete appears to have this sort of significant quantity of magical sewer energy. You got glowing goo. As soon as they notice you, these Glockens guards start playing a menacing tune on their Glockenspiels. Well, as menacing a tune as it's possible to play on the Glockenspiel, anyways, which is honestly not particularly menacing, but their intent is clear. Hi, hello, what you want? What want you? Well, I want to look in the building, I want to talk to your boss, I want to buy a Glockenspiel. You have good taste in musical instrument, but oh, Glockenspiels are not for sale. Oh, come on, everything has a price. The price of Glockenspiel is no meat. 9 meat? I'll pay you 9 meat for one. That joke does not even work. I want to talk to your boss. Have an appointment? No. Can I make one? No. The Glockenspiel shop? That's our hideout. You are not allowed there. On, please. No, it's only for gang members. Well, guess we're fighting. Zap. Why you gotta attack the turtle? That's what you get. Hey, at least he grew stronger. One more MP. Hard times for non-Glockenspiel businesses. Hold on. The Glocklands have really bled the store dry. Man, they are getting it. Man. Yeah. 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 The goblin is pounding on the Glockenspiel like their life depends on it, filling the room with what exciting boss fight music would sound like in a magical story like Fairyland. Wow, you're really going to town on that thing. On the contrary, I'm playing it right here. Hey, could you maybe, geez, you're really sweating up the storm. I'm so tired, but I must play. The hands and the rest of them would look really sweaty. You could probably yank that little mallet right out of the grass, but that would require you getting a set spray, a sweet spray range. 3 stench armor. Damn it. You could smell worse. You hold your breath and grab for the mallet, wincing as you get sprouted with hot goblin sweat. The goblin collapses to the ground with the look of combined defeat and relief, and crawls away to find somewhere to pass out. You toss the gross mallet away, and you resolve to find a shower as soon as possible. A less disgusting shower. Blah. 3 muscle. Trick them to stop. You want to stop playing and leave the room. That's not the case. Why did your eyes go so early go? Huh, does hypnosis not work on goblins? I guess it does not. Well, you should leave because the acoustics are bad in here and your music will sound much better outside. Oh, okay. The goblin scampers out the door. As you step closer to speak to the goblin, you notice that they appear to be wearing authentic German lederhosen, rather than the makeshift shorts and suspender getup that the other Glocklins are wearing. Not that you're an expert in traditional European fashions or anything, though. They sneer at you with glittering eyes. So you break out my house in and beat my guards together. Think you can Gunther the boss of the Glocklins defeat? Pause for a second to prepare this. I didn't have any particular intention. I just kind of go places. Oh, you think goblins are pretty stupid, I bet. But you have one other thing coming. If I don't feel like having a conversation about goblin intelligence, can I just say yes and then we fight? Sure. Then yes, goblins are super dumb. Oh, now you have done it. I'm super angry now. So if we have now a fight, yes? Yes. I shocked my turtle. Ow. Contemplative. That's funny. I'm gonna take off this fucking zap ring and put that one on. I have 5 mysticality now somehow. No clue why. Limited techniques to myriads and practice them by shooting the book into pieces with the nearest convenient handgun. You get the perk, the advanced handgunnery. +1 to ranged weapon attacks. Ow. You get the effect of trying again. There we go. UN Gunther has spilled his last Glock in this place. He thinks off to find some other venue to terrorize with his blinking. 200 meat. Piece of scrap metal and an awl. Hey, it's that relic from the boarding house. Mr. Brewster must have just had it sent to you, additional gesture of gratitude, or because she hates you and the way it looks. Think of it and thinks it's cursed. Either way, score. Ding. +3 bleeding. Okay. That's not what I wanted to do. This rock is steaming. Comfort it. You reassure the rock that everything is going to be okay, and it sloughs off some of its rage. You got the phlogistic resin. Why do all the rocks in this yard have creepy glyphs written on them? They has a date printed on it. Jot it down. Okay, I got it. What was it? Huh? Congratulations, you won a sweepstakes. Fat chance never won nothing, didn't it? Hello? Didn't no sweepstake. No how. Scram! Oh, looks like we need to. Right then. Rock. Rock. Oh, he got ran over. Get another chef's hat. It is thinking of the Perquad, a whaling vessel that operated off the coast of the Ocean City. The story says of the wreck out only one survivor, Captain Augustus Dirt. Despite his best efforts to go down with the ship, he was rescued and transported to the shore by a friendly otter. How simultaneously tragic and adorable. You're really starting to enjoy doing this kind of research. You got a new perk, News Hound. A flattened sandwich has been carefully concealed in the folder for that date. So that's what the code was all about. That's enough research. Let's go armor by 3. Should give me another piece of root beer, Tappy. All right, you better come in. Whoa. Damn, man, that cat dragged it in. So is that a yes? Don't remember the question. You got an item, the salty fishing rod. Ishmael. Blubber the lamp. What do you want? Well, I'm from the Ocean City Watchful Eye, and you know the newspaper? Don't trust the newspaper, nor newspaper reporters, neither. Well, nor otters. Fortunately, I'm not one of those 3 things. Can I ask you about the quad? Ain't nothing to say. Storm blew up unexpected. We hit a funny rock. All hands lost. That was decades ago. Why you bothering me now? Well, it's a slow news day. What's funny? What was funny about the rock? You ever see a 30-foot black basalt obelisk sticking straight out of the ocean? Can't say I have. Me neither. And I'd be selling that route for years. So I guess when you said funny, you didn't mean it as a ha-ha funny. What's with the rock in your front yard? Ain't know enough about those, except for the date marker I put. Do they just come with the house? New ones pop up every once in a while. That's got to do with anything. Well, nothing, I guess. How many men were in your crew? There was Pegleg, Handsome Jeff, and Less Handsome Jeff, and Old Barnacle Face. He looks askeen on the front row of the urns. And the other one, so 5. What's the 5th sailor's name? I ain't recall. He's new. He just signed on for that last voyage. Didn't talk much. Eerie fella, to be honest. Eerie. Spooky. And that's all I gotta say about him. You have lots of urns. Crew bodies washed up shore after a time. Didn't figure they want a sea burial after what happened, so I had them cremated. Well, except that 5th fella weren't never found. I ain't recall how that urn got here. He was a member of the crew, right and proper though, so he got much right to be here as any of them. Do you ever visit the little cathedral? Sure, I used to go and pay my respects once in a while before my knee started acting up. Got plenty of urns to talk to right here though, har. Talk to the urns? Yep, and we shoot the breeze, we leave the old glory and such. You say that like they talk back. They do, and I can see from your face you don't believe me. You can just ask them yourself, landlubber. Guess I'll have a chat with the urns then. Fine, but you got any more questions for me? Ask them now. I'm tired of all this chit chat. I'm done asking. Hello? The urn doesn't respond. Anybody there? Imitate the captain's voice. You look around to make sure the captain is asleep, then mutter gruffly to the urn. Yar there, Johnny. Can you speak freely now, sailor? I got rid of that no good landlubber. A muffled, youthful sounding voice replies, Arr, Captain. What they want anyhow? Bah, nothing of important. Your basic landlubber prattle. Trying to sell newspaper and
like that, paying it no mind. Aye, aye, Captain. So how are things? Oh, no problems, Captain. Everything's shipshape, haha. Ha ha. Anyways, happy to share the sea biscuit with you, though. Root beer taffy. I need to go find some smokes. Oh, I know where to find smokes. Or a turtle. Okay. Okay. Such a long walk. You put the circuits on the train, quickly hatch a plan, approaching the fifth iron, you put Captain Dutcher's voice again. Alright, matey, your smoke's beyond the table if you want it. Appreciate it, Captain. Then you hide behind the captain who is snoring in his chair. Outside time, the bookcase slides aside, and his unshaven, shifty-looking guy pokes his head out and glances around surreptitiously. Then he tiptoes over to the table, picks up the packets of cigarettes, and returns to the secret door. The bookcase slides shut behind him. Well, what do you know? Hey, what are you doing? And you says you about to ask me what I'm doing in here. Yeah, even if I was saying it, it sounded stupid. How did you find me? I hid and watched you come out for your smokes. Oh, that was you, huh? I thought Captain's voice didn't sound quite right. So what's the deal? Well, it's basically just what it looks like. It looks like you're hiding in this old man's house to rob him while he sleeps. In that case, it's not at all what it looks like. I'm listening. I'll admit it, at first I was planning on robbing him. I figured an old sea captain must have a secret treasure, right? He wasn't a pirate. No, it turned out he was just a lonely old man that nobody talked to except, well, his old sailing buddies. So I started hanging about back here and chatting with him through the wall. You didn't find it strange? He was a little spooked at first, but once I've gotten a handle on how the different voices should sound and learn enough to keep up with the anecdotes, he relaxed. It's nice to have someone to talk to even if the situation is kind of weird, right? So that's all. You do this just because you feel sorry for him? Yeah, well, I won't pretend I don't like having somewhere to stay rent-free, and his pension from the shipping company is pretty good. His short-term memory is kind of bad, so he doesn't pay much attention to the fact that he's buying food for 2 people. He's a good guy, and it's an easy life. Don't screw it up for us, okay? Wait, what is it to you anyways? I'm here about the stolen urn. Oh yeah, that was probably a mistake. He mentioned the 5th sailor a few times, so I thought he might like to have the whole crew together, you know? So I lifted a random urn from that little cathedral to fill the spot. It seems like a good idea at the time. The vicar needs it back. Okay, it'd be weird just for it to vanish though. Can you swap it for another one? And Captain doesn't open them? So he won't notice there's no ashes in it. Fine, I'll see what I can do. We have to look out for something to be used as an urn. You know what? Hold on. Let's go here. You can extra XP for learning new things in the newspaper archives. That's cool. Okay, I have so many chef's hats. Brass Betty the Greaser. Brass Betty the Greaser intends to shoot olive oil with her grease gun, dealing 4 sleaze damage. I didn't even mean to fucking surrender. Now I'm mad. Seems like this house used to be quite nice. Tall ceilings, nice wallpaper, fancy molding everywhere. Now, however, the wallpaper is peeling, the posture is crumbling, and the tentacles poking out of everywhere. The real fixer-upper. Hello, anyone call for a tentacle exterminator? I don't think anyone called for a tentacle exterminator, but what if you want to do some pro bono extermination anyways? Also, I don't think anyone's going to stop you. Well, except maybe the tentacles. Tony experience. Look at somebody lost a ring in the drain. Unfortunately, your fingers are just long enough to grab it. You got that white hot ring. When you apply on fire, apply 1 extra. Glob of wet hair. Oh, so a massive colony of roaches in the walls. This house is a real peach. Zam zam mozzarella. Presto cheddaro. Bad tentacles. You got a tentacle skin hat band. As +1 to spooky armor to a hat. Actually, no.
There's actually one drawer left intact. Do you want to try fishing here? Check it. Jackpot, it's a junk drawer. You got the closest bits. You got a junk mail and you got a match. Let's fish in it. I got a fish. A handful of clean water. An apple core. You toss it in the it looks like you got everything you was here. Nasty old leftovers. Easy. That door is locked. You got a wire coat hanger. Ow. Soup leveled up. About a waterbed. Dresser. End table. A cart. I think it has a hall tree. Chest of drawers. Vanity. Window shades. Lounge chair. A burger. A lawn chair. A lentil. An easel. A hammock. Headboard. A bureau. Office chair. Dictator's chair. A console. It was a bed. Room divider. We got a jewelry case and a tentacle house key. Got the amethyst choker, the porquise torque, and an inspiring ring. One muscle. Ooh. Four muscle. Subcutaneous Gouda. Okay. Then I can eat thud crunch. Okay, it's a little harder than expected. A creepy locket and an old wallet. 72 meat. Okay. Jesus, dark down here. Not for making them less scary. Okay, we're on a hunt for a fuse. Thank you for the likes over on YouTube. I really appreciate it. Bum, 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 bum. Thank you for the likes over on YouTube. Ow! Okay, well, we have to go hunt down a fuse. Tutor them. Move along. Just my plugs in. Experience is a good time to have a match on you. No, but also yes. Well, thank you all the same. Toodaloo. Toodle off. You spent 200 meat. A man takes your meat and winks at you as he stuffs it into his pocket. Enjoy. Aren't we done here? What are you waiting for? I want you to watch you eat it. Slowly back away from him. Minister kind of duck behind him by marks distant time to avoid being spotted by 3 tin lizzies who are either squatting on a stoop or stooping on a squat. On board. What's the last time we had a good rumble? Ages, but we're not an aggressive pact with the Devil Boys. Big Liz wouldn't like if we messed that up. What about the Glocklins? Want to fight some of them? They're too weird. Can't understand what he's saying. Nickel Lily the Greaser, Bronze Minnie the Wrencher, and Nickel Mary the Welder. Ow. The Tin Lizzy's Chop Shop. We're gonna sneak into the Tin Lizzy's hideout without anyone noticing. You're not gonna stay unnoticed for long though. This place is crawling with Lizzies. Unless your first move is to turn tail and run, I guess.
You isolate zinc confidence gets the source of the freshness. You got an item, the prototype car freshener. 2 to stench armor. Greasy gloves, self-adhesive rivets, and sharpening stone. Maybe that's even worse. Fish in that barrel. Greasy knee pads. Face grease. Face grease. Use a hot armor by 3. As 1 to sleeves armor to a pair of pants. That's just rude. Why the turtle? You ass. Face grease, and soup leveled up. Someone gives you the traditional slow sarcastic clap as you sit up forward. Nice entrance. Thanks, nice chair. Thanks. Now, who the hell are you? Introduce yourself aggressively. I'm Olive Oil, and you better remember that name or it'll be the last one you ever forget. You got some high carbon steel barons coming in here talking to Big Liz Studebaker like that, kiddo. I'm the boss of this gang, and I don't have to take that kind of crap for anyone. Never your eyes. Not considering that you just busted into my scrapyard to beat up 5 of my girls, plus however many on the way here, I figured that you got something on your mind, so what is it? I don't have anything in mind. You just wandered in here and beat up my girls for no reason? Well, it seemed like the only way to get to the other side of this room. I'll tell you what, you got this far and my girls ain't no slouches. That's worth some respect. So I'll grant you a boon. A boon? Like a favor? Yeah, within reason. How do I know this isn't some kind of trick? It isn't a trick. You can trust me. Because I'm sitting on the crescent throne. That means everything I say is automatically true. Wow, like the Pope? Kinda, yeah. We're real into hierarchy and chain of command around here. Neat. Anyways, what if you say I want 1,000,000 meat? What? What if I say black is white? It isn't magic, it's just, look, part of being a good leader is not trying to use your powers in stupid ways. Aw. Anyways, you get 1 wish, what would it be? More. You cannot wish for more wishes. I wish to fight you. That's some real fire you got in your engine, kid. I like that. I'll warn you though, I didn't get to where I am just being a pretty face. You sure about this? Bring it on. Mm.
Did you have to torch him? That's so rude. Neg 5 for everything. Mozzarella. Sleaze. And a schmack. Mozzarella. And a schmack. Mozzarella. We're just gonna throw this. We win. You won. A key falls out of the big Liz pocket as one of her minions grimly drags her unconscious body away. Now that the Toon Lizzies know who they're messing with, you shouldn't have to worry about them anymore. The Chop Shop Shed key. I drugged the chair back home. Heavy as the hand. I need everything that ups my... I need really high armor. Okay. I stole her fucking throne. Got 100 meat. Anarchist hardware. A crowbar. Chopped off car door. A grease bomb to all enemies, all enemies. Ah. You got the perk repair weapon aware. Your newfound knowledge that is a spine is broken beyond repair, so you throw it away. Nothing in that direction but tetanus. I feel like these things slowly get stronger with me getting stronger. +1 to all stats. Nice. Good job, Soup. Yeah. A Doughboy rolling pin. I have 77, so I can get that.
Your guy reaches out from his perch to shake your hand. Hi, I'm Marvin. Hi, Marvin. I'm Oliver. What are you doing up there? A stunt. A stunt? It doesn't seem particularly stunty. You're just sitting there. Yeah, I've been sitting here for, he looks at his watch, 7 months, 15 days, 9 hours, and 41 minutes. Why? It's a stunt. Okay, but are you protesting something or trying to attract attention to some kind of cause? Nope. You have money riding on this? Is it for a bet? Is it a contest? Nope. I feel like you don't really get the concept of a stunt. I guess not. Mind helping out with something? Sure. I've mainly been eating shackle cakes when I'm up here and I'm out. Can you go grab some for me? Sure. Rooms. Grind it up. Bored looking hobo lounges against the wall of the decrepit building. Hi there. Hello. Oh, I'm Oliver. Samuel? Look for Hiram's groceries. That's it. Out of it somewhere. When? Have you been standing here the whole time? Oh. I got a single shoe. Okay, well. Lip balm. Just kidding, there's nothing. Found an old invoice for a shipment from the Sackle Mills factory, which is marked as never having arrived. The factory's address is listed. But it's one that you already know about. Barbecue tongs. Ooh. Item. Oh God. I mean, thank you. That was really helpful, actually. Case of schnackle cakes. Looks like it's an abandoned factory for the occupied by one of the Ocean City's various gangs of street hoodlums, namely the Doughboys. They hang out here in their leather jackets and white aprons, bragging about their sourdough starters and using rude words like focaccia and son of brioche. Or they were until you made the huge racket getting in here, and now they're staring knives at you, also pointing knives at you. They're bread knives, which are serrated, and you really don't want to get stabbed with one. Whoops. Why do you gotta smack my turtle? You're such a dick.
Some of them look like they really don't want to fight me. Mana enriched flour. Miscellaneous chemicals. Plus 1 mysticality and 1 AP regen. Deliver the doughboys identifiably by the fact that he has a greasier hat and more rivets on his jacket than the other doughboys. If not by the fact that he is the manager's office, doesn't notice you when you enter. He appears to be focused on several large piles of wet bread dough lying on the ground around him. Gross. Halava isn't really bread. I'm fine. Get the halayula out of here then. What's halayula? It's a sort of Chilean flatbread. I feel like you're really scraping the bottom of the biscuit barrel with that one. Get out of here right now, or I'm gonna beat the crepe out of you. Oh, that's much better. Oh my god! Dough people! I destroyed all your people. You threw a piece of bread at my turtle. That's kind of fucked up. The ciabatta pants and mana enriched flour. And the dough baby recipe. This is for one of those little dough glog familiars the doughboys have. It calls for 3 cups of mana enriched flour mixed up with something called a sandwich cream and baked in an arcane oven. And isn't sandwich cream just cream cheese? Get the perk expert sitter. Plus 1 moxie. Didn't even mean to use that. Got a fisherman throwing sphere. Okay. Gotta find an urn. Another tentacle hat band. I walk like a crab now. Okay. Need this. Now we can talk to him. It's opportunity to pick up the mallet in one hand and the air rifle in the other. Pow, slam, ding, solve. Ooh, I hate the clues with the question marks after them. Oh, but they're the fun ones. Good job, kid. You're a winner. Here's your prize. Colorful clown pants. +7 to all stats. Those are so good. so expensive. I need to get this. The man on the street does a big theatrical double take as you pass. Just wanted to get another look at you. Hey, what now? How's the weather up there? Up where? You're taller than me. Up on the property ladder. I can almost see you up there, huh? Live in the back room of an antique store. Gee whiz, well, I hope to join you in an antique store room of my own soon enough, but a fellow like me gotta sell if he wants to hit in on the property ladder. Likely a product I got nearly sells itself. What is it? Paperclip. Bam. That's a paperclip. Is it ever? I don't know if I need a paperclip right now. Guess your documents keeps themselves from flying on in the wind. Guess your nose scares itself against the odors. Okay, I'll buy one. Ooh-wee, do I detect a change in humidity? I must be chasing up the property ladder. You didn't tell me the weather was this nice. Okay. The mantra with the pinned a mild it's an amateur wit has pinned a mild bon mot on the wall of the bathroom store. He smiled but did not laugh. Confusing. Couldn't get your rosary in a knot. Oh, spare urns. Oh, God damn it. Now we can go to the Dirch's house. Oh, I have to switch it out. Yeah, I did. There's water in his bedroll. Also must use it as bath. Fish in it. That's disgusting. 1 cigarette. I did. Have you found a missing ashes yet? I did. Here you go. Wonderful. I'll get this polished and reinstalled right away. Blessings upon you, my child. In fact, let me make the blessing literal. I have some holy water of Saint Polycarp here somewhere. Oh, here we go. He takes a little bottle of water and splashes some on your forehead. Thanks. Say, whose ashes are in the urn anyways? Unfortunately, we don't know his name, but he was a sailor who watched ashore near here after a shipwreck. Some of the locals took him in, but he didn't survive the night. Poor fellow. He was interred here at the Act of Charity. Was that about 50 years ago, give or take? Oh no, it was more like 300 years ago. Interesting. +1 to muscle. Well, I'm interested to go to Dirch's house now. Keep exploring around. Technically, I can overpower right now. So I can keep just exploring and collecting all this experience for free. If I wanted to. I'm gonna keep doing it. Gross. Sleeves armor is currently 4. Is this cheating? That I can just keep gaining XP. Mind over Munster. Okay. Ew. Soup leveled up. Oh, I did not mean to do that. You're supposed to grind in RPGs, right? That's what this is, right? Almost have $1,000. I almost have one whole cow. So close. Now we can get Perconio Bavado. Baby, I'm gonna keep the mic on just so you can't say no. Can we go to Olive Garden? Oh, Olive Garden! I was thinking about the chicken enoki soup for some reason. Chicken. Does this sound good to you? Oh, you just ate. I'm sad. Not the iPad. Yum. Seven muscle, 5 mysticality, and 5 moxie. Okay. Baby, I have to use the bathroom. Couldn't do this for me. Do this for me. You literally can't. I'm literally power leveling. All you have to do is sit square. Then if you're in a battle with spam A, like you can't die. He just got ran over. Then X. Spam third. That's fine. Jeez, it's so stinky. It damages. I'm a cheese mage.
You are cheese.
You or not? Yeah. Mid-maxing in a really easy game is crazy. I like the sound of it, her smacking that fish. Is that weird? Sounds funny to me. Bam. Now I get 5 more experience from fights. $150. Alright guys, I know this is probably super boring, but I want to get this done. Get it over with now while I can, you know? And we have 4 more to do. So 300, 450. So 500 experience is all I need. The Eldritch Burnt Chef's Hat. I didn't know I can make it faster. Bum, 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 bum. I just have a little less than 200 and then I'm good. Exactly 100. $150. Or 50 more. Yay! We have them all. $60. Oh, I do 17 damage. Oh my god. Even more? I feel like I'm being a little ridiculous with this. God damn, how big is this book? Come onto the type room, carefully inch your way across while calling out your chess moves. Fortunately, the height gives you a good view of the board. As you reach the end, you hurl the beanbag full of force at the stack of milk bottles. Knight to e7, clatter, checkmate. You got the sticky hand on a stick. Hooray! 9 to all stats. This hobo was obviously stolen and dragged here. What kind of club is it? It's the fraternal order of people who bribed us more than we're earning as gate guards. Pop a bum egg? Never heard of it. How do I join? What, you thick? I thought it was obvious. Well, you give us meat. How much? 500. Yeah, 500 meat. Would you take a beating instead? Not my dog. My turtle, that's not a dog. Oh, what a dick. Dang, that was pretty impressive. You gained 17 experience. One of the goons found it with the brochure for the local municipal park, the Goldthwaite Park. Especially sandy. Oh no, wait, this is just a pair of sandals. Somebody dropped them in the planter. I got sandals. I'm not a dick. Oh, hi video. Sorry, I was not even. I forgot you were streaming. I wanted to say hi and. Hi video. Sorry, I was really in my game. Goodway Park, number 13. November 13th, 1922 by Margaret, Ocean City Comptroller. A few of my favorite pointy rocks. I'm sorry. Though the botanical garden is locked, probably they don't want any of the plants to escape. I am having fun. How you been? I'm sorry to hear that. Hi, there's something wrong. Sorry fella, I don't want to seem rude, but I'm much too busy to chat. I'm stuck running this place by myself and there's about a million things to do. But I could use a little extra pocket meat. How can I help you out? That would be great, except for the new city regulations disallow hiring random part-timers. Since the municipal park, only official government contractors are allowed to work here. There's a law against side quests? Why? Just to be a thorn in my side. As far as I can tell, it's not like any of these attacks are dangerous or anything. Got kind of a cagey look on your face when you say that. Okay, well, 2 of them are dangerous, but that's not even half. I submitted a request for help weeks ago and still haven't heard anything back. Well, you're in luck. Well, you're in luck. I just happen to be an official government contractor. That would be terrific, but I'm going to need some proof of that. Show off your muscles, trick him, or lie through your teeth. Show off my muscles. You give one of your biceps a hearty slap. See these muscles? These are pure government contractor beef, pal. Except no substitutes. That's not really... Okay, you know what? I'll take it. What do you need me to do? Carnivorous plants. You enter the botanical garden to find it overrun by dangerous looking weeds. Northern beer barrel cactus. No, beer removed due to prohibition. Drink plants while looking at plants. I bought 1 of each. Do not punch. Don't tell me what to do. Ow. Ouch. Plain sword leaves. There's actually a really sharp stock of it that you could probably take if you're careful. The sword leaf sword. Deals moxie plus 2 physical damage and causes 1 bleeding. Take my stinkiness of my cheese. Soup leveled up. Joshua tree, named for discoverer David E. Tree. Donated by a patron with no regard for the safety of the staff. Eye grass, caution, avoid prolonged eye contact. Don't stare at it. The bone bush. Assuming the relaxed teen mans the counter. That was a botanical uprising. Well, good. Here's official city pavement. Exterminator. Oh, great. We've got some real trouble on our Lepidotarium, your butterfly zoo. A bunch of horrible monsters got in, and I'm afraid they're gonna hurt the butterflies. Some of them are rare and expensive. Nope, I did not get a close look at them. Cockroaches. Oh, the crickets. Dead. Dead. Oh, he zapped me with this gun. Fish in it. Nasty goo. Gross. A plumber. I've brought and stopped running because it requires a real specific water pressure, and the pressure we get from the municipal water supply has gotten unreliable lately. I need someone to go down and adjust it. I'll unlock the manhole for you. Sounds easy enough. Maintenance overalls. And a homemade cookie. And a match. I just sharpened my leaf. Like, yeah, Mr. Thank you. That's just surprisingly kind, is what this is. Mom always said I've got a heart made of meat. Well, I can't let the generosity go unpaid. One custom oboe motif coming up. Oboe, oh boy. He furrows his brow and concentrates for a moment, then raises his elbow to his lip. He beams. Wow, that's terrific. Thanks. Got it. At 40 gallons. I did it. A security guard. A security guard, that's awfully humble for a police officer. What? I mean, since the municipal police force was entirely replaced with contractors, you might as well call yourself a cop, right? All the rest of them do, but anyway, there's neither here nor there. There's a hobo that's been hanging out by the park fountain. I'd like you to move him along. Is he causing trouble? No, not as such. Everyone likes him, but busking in the park is against city ordinance, and rules are rules, you know. Aw. I'm definitely fishing here. 8 meat. 10 meat. And 8 more meat. Hey, I need you to leave the park. You what? Yeah, sorry, but the caretaker says you gotta go. There's a state ordinance about busking here, he says. Funny how the only started getting enforced after I stopped giving that bozo a cut. Of course, you and I both know only the police can actually run me out of here, and you ain't no flatfoot. That is true. Bewitch and mysticality. You gaze into the hobo's eyes, and you do the trick where your pupils go all swirly, and he freezes transfixed. Your song is elsewhere, friend. My song? It's not here, somewhere else. The docks? Yeah, the docks. I can hear it at the docks. Dazed, he fumbles for his elbow case and wanders away. Hopefully there's actually some docks somewhere. Got the hobo to leave. Did you beat him up? What? No. Are you sure you're a cop? Haha, just kidding. Here's your official city payment. Thanks. Where else do you need done? A statue polisher. Here's a rag. Thanks for all the help. Gothwaite Park is looking ship-shape. Thanks to you here. Take this for your trouble. It's been a lost and found for years. But if whoever lost it was gonna find it, they'd have found it by now. Need to go in here. Make some potions. Ow. I'm fine. Okay. What do I need to do now? There was something I needed to do here. Oh yeah, I needed a fuse. Where do I get a fuse? Okay. Bridge factory. Miscellaneous chemicals. Bring on asbestos. Refrigerant coil. Gloves. Makes you walk on your hands. This is dumb. It's all there. 40 cases. It's all there. Oh no. Doc Noel, what are you doing here? Surprise inspection. Ooh, interesting. Olive oil. What's wrong with your hat? Nothing at all. A Crimbo hat is appropriate for all seasons. It's all spooky and like. It's just super spooky. I'm sure you have no idea what you mean, Oliver. Are you busy? Or be a deer and kill this guy, would you? Uh-oh. The crippled lady smiles and leaves the same way she came in a horrible, weird spiral of negative space. The weird shadow monster that was once a person turns to face you. Hello. Take the Glock on. Why do you have to hit the turtle? The shadow creature defeated, the two mob guys brushed themselves off. Ooh, this caper has got me all balled up. And now this whole scene is nutty as a squirrel's mistress. Come on, let's aim scray. They tip their hats to you and make for the door. You mostly dissolve into a cloud of weird shadow stuff, but there's a few objects on the ground. A pocket watch, a bank pouch, an official looking document of some sort. You take a quick look at the document. It turns out this Glut guy was the owner of the speakeasy, and now you are... maybe? Is that how deeds work? Oh, what do you know? You don't have to leave the building to open your map, by the way. You get a sets button. Okay. What a windfall. It's just wrong once per fight. Eerie Music House. I need to find Zimmerman's house. And apparently I did without knowing. You knock, but no one hears your response. So you nose your way inside. The eerie sound is even louder in here. It seems to be coming from upstairs. Also, the owner's interior design sensibilities are a little strange. What? Who are you? Why are you in my house? Sorry for intruding, but I heard the music and I guess I have an intrusive nature. My name is Oliver Oil. Well, I'm Ernest Zimmer. Forgive me for not stopping, but it's vital that I continue playing. Alright, what are you doing? There's a darkness beneath my house. Did you check the fuse box? No, why? It's probably that then. Listen to me. I had a dream, a premonition of a dark rift appearing in my basement and growing into it swallowed the entire house, then the neighborhood, and then the world. Uh-oh. Maybe convincing Zimmerman to stop playing his cello wasn't such a good idea after all. Oh. This church seems to be having a hard time remaining stationary. Nah. Ah! Rude. But Jesus, there is a dark rift in space over here. Just like Zimmerman was afraid of. You find yourself in an infinite black void, where it looks like an infinite black void, but you have the uneasy feeling that your brain is only showing you an infinite black void because it doesn't want to try and process what this place actually looks like. It's a weird feeling. This creature is more or less like a large muscular person. If you built a large muscular person out of some kind of raving black ooze or smoke or just plain raw darkness. At a fist-sized glowing crystal. 14 muscle. The rift crystal. Nice. Did we go tell him that we found this? Check out this neat crystal I found. What is that? Where did you get it? It was inside the rift. Makes me uncomfortable to look at it. Can I have it? No, it's mine. You found it inside my house. It was in another dimension. Another dimension inside my house. No, it's mine. I found it. I got his cello. Muscle plus 3 physical damage. Hey, his plates are not broke anymore.
Okay.